like that's just also a tremendous effort from our guys up front. Being sacked really only once in 3 games, and everyone's been saying we need this on our O-line, we need that on our O-line, we need better this, we need better that. Like, that's just a big middle finger to everyone that's been saying that from our O-line.
Ooh.
Salty Tua.
I've been feeling like Tua, bro. I ain't scared to talk Super Bowl. My squad is speedy and I'm Khaled, yeah. It breaks my heart, they ain't believe me, but
You know, last year I said that Tua Tagovailoa, as the captain of the Miami Dolphins, had to show publicly more leadership. And boy, if he ain't doing that this year. The swagger of Salty Tua is something I absolutely love. I want my quarterback to be a badass. I want my captain to be a badass. And that's exactly what Tua is exuding this year. I guess it helps that you're 3-0 and tearing up the league and breaking records. When the Tua cultists come at me and say I'm a flip-flopper, I absolutely laugh at them. I never changed. This is what I wanted to see. You can look at my old videos. This is what I called for. This is why I started this channel. It wasn't me who's changed. The person that has changed is Tua. This isn't the same guy that shied away from the interview with Mike Florio and Chris Sims during the Super Bowl week. This Tua would have strolled up into the interview and owned Florio and Sims. Before my Tua Tuesday stream went down last night, this presser was something I was going to break down and talk to you guys about. So let's jump into that right now.
Alabama, you're probably on the side of a lot of lopsided victories, but does this compare to anything that you've seen or been a part of?
No, this isn't compared to anything that I've seen or been a part of. It just talks about the resilience of our team. Although we were up going into halftime, I'm very proud of the guys and the way they continued to play. No one took their foot off the gas. Everyone continued to play. And
that was so obvious that nobody took their foot off the gas. She scored 70 points. Even Mike White stepped in and tossed a bomb to Robbie Chosen. So no, nobody took their foot off the gas. And it's very interesting that he said, no, I've never been a part of something like this. I don't know many football players who have been a part of something like that. Issuing a beatdown like that isn't something we all get to be a part of. So I don't doubt that Tua himself said, no, man, I've never seen this kind of stuff.
Tua, you tend to do a lot of things with deceiving defenders with their eyes. When you pass the shovel pass twice to Devon, how satisfying was that? And did you kind of get a little Showtime feeling?
I mean, for our guys that have been practicing with us, our defense and whatnot, like me, no-looking defenders and moving guys with my eyes it's not something that's new for them to see.
That's just who I am, boo. That's me. I look defenders off all the time. What I find interesting is that these are reporters who were there during OTAs, who were there during preseason, who were there during every practice, and they're asking a question that they haven't the answer for. They've never seen it. So this is stuff that Mike McDaniel has been doing in private.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool that we were able to do that and we were able to score, but that's what we said we wanted to do when we installed the play.
That's what we said we wanted to do when we installed the play. So they knew the design was a no-look pass, a no-look shovel pass. That's something that I think someone said in my stream that Teddy Bridgewater did last year, but Tua wasn't there. This is something that Mike McDaniel said, hey, listen, we've got this new kid, this new unbelievable running back, Devon Achane, not Achane, and we're going to do this no-look shovel pass, and we're going to surprise everybody, including the beat reporters. Let's continue.
We're obviously, the classy thing to do is to kneel down and not kick the field goal, but was there any enticement to trying to set the NFL record, which you guys would have had if you had kicked the field goal?
No. I think in this league and, around the league, it's about respect in the NFL. And as we went out there, I feel like that's what we got. We got respect, and we're not trying to go out there and, humiliate teams, you know.
See, that's scary. If I'm in the NFL and I've got the Dolphins on my schedule, hey, listen, we're not out here to run the score up or humiliate anybody. That's just what we do. Stop us.
That's just what it happened to look like, you know, trying to run the ball, trying to kill some time, you know, big plays opened up, and you know, that's what it looked like.
Hey, man, we're just trying to run out the clock. It's not our fault that our second and third stringers are running the ball 60 yards and throwing the ball 60 yards. What else you want us to do? Just kneel down for the entire fourth quarter? The entire game is based upon man against man. And I don't want somebody laying up against me. Not kicking a field goal for the record, no big deal. However, I'm not going to not hand the ball off to my halfback. I'm not going to let these guys get some game reps. If you can't stop them, if you're waving the white flag, if you're giving up, that's on you. That's not on the Miami Dolphins and Mike McDaniel whatsoever.
You speak to the fact of, you know, it's pretty clear after 3 weeks in the season, and I can hear the pundits and the talk shows this week pretty much declaring the Dolphins probably the best offense in the league, at least through 3 weeks. Can you talk about the pride you've taken that as a quarterbacking maybe the best offense in the league right now?
How stupid of a question is that? Hey, do you have pride in the fact that you're thought of as having the number one offense in the league? No, it sucks. We wish we were last. What a stupid question.
I take a lot of pride in how we perform and how we do things offensively. I just think it's like anything else. If it's a week one deal, you know, you're either Super Bowl contenders or you're the worst team in the league. So I try not to pay attention to any of that. Try to, talk that kind of mindset into our guys offensively to you to put your head down, and whatever you've been doing, like with your studying, just continue to do that and stay on that course. When we go, you know, our team goes.
In other words, execute. Every man doing his job, every job has a man assigned to it. Do your job every single play. Do your job every single day in practice, and expect and then help the other guys do their job as well. Everybody does that. Everybody executes, the team wins. It's as simple as that. I'm not sure why some people don't understand it, but if I execute and the guys next to me execute and we all learn to execute together, we're going to win.
When guys are running open, as they were at times today, you're being protected. Where do you think Mike is as a play caller right now and as a game planner? Is this the top level you've seen him since you've been here?
Now, before Tua answers, remember last year, there were a slew of penalties because Mike McDaniel wasn't getting the plays in on time. These next two questions are all about what has Mike McDaniel done. So the players are in the gym, working out, doing whatever they have to do, running. Tua's doing jiu-jitsu, lifting weights. All the players are getting in shape. At the same time they were getting in shape, Mike McDaniel was getting in shape. That was his first year last year as well. And he was getting penalty after penalty. The play wasn't coming in on time. Tua wasn't getting it relayed to him. He wasn't getting it out to the line of scrimmage in time. And this question, basically, and the next question, speaks to that and speaks volumes to that.
Yeah, I think this is some of the best that Mike's done. And it's not necessarily the play call as much as how much or how fast Mike gets the play in, and how we can operate with our motions, our pre-snap deals, get guys in right positions. And I think he's done a really, really good job. That's something that we've wanted to work on this offseason, and it's paying dividends for us.
See, a lot of people may not have realized that Mike McDaniel during the offseason had to do the same kind of preparation and training that everybody else had to do. You have to get better. All right, Mike, so what do you have to get better at? I got to get the plays in on time. I got to get the right plays called at the right time. I got to make sure I have the right personnel in at the right time to call the right plays. And so far, Mike McDaniel has been flawless. He's got the right personnel on the field. He's calling the right play at the right time. He's getting the plays in on time. And because of all that, Tua can manage and be the quarterback that he needs to be, almost like a point guard out there. It's been just an amazing thing to watch.
And early, I mean, that was the thing last year at times. How do you work on that? And what does it mean to you when you get the play in, earlier rather than later?
Yeah, so in practice, I mean, we all know that 15 seconds cuts out for the quarterbacks and the play caller. So in practice, we run plays and we try to get, our personnel in. We call our personnel while I'm getting ready for Mike to tell me what number it is, and we operate.
And what he's talking about there is Mike's calling in a number. Tua's looking at it on his armband, and that way they can correlate what play to what Mike wants to run.
In that sense, it's a little more challenging when you're the head coach because Mike has to talk to guys. Guys want to talk to him while he's calling the plays for us. So it was also a challenge for him. But yeah, and we try to see, all right, how much time do we have left of the period? If we start out with 8 minutes, like how much time do we have left? 2 minutes and we finished our plays. Like that's good operation from play caller to the quarterback to the huddle.
Now that was very interesting to me. If you notice what he said, we looked to see how much time we have. He wasn't talking about the play clock. He was talking about the game clock. And if we finished our plays and there's 2 minutes left, is it possible that one of the things that Mike McDaniel has done this year is pre-script the plays? Tua just said something. I'm going to see if I can rewind it. And you have to listen to what he said. When I heard that, I was like, wait a second. That's something I haven't heard that nobody's reported on. Tua's looking at the game clock and saying if there's 8 minutes left and then it gets down to 2, have we gone through all our plays? That's telling me that these plays are pre-scripted. Think about that for a second. Maybe that's why they're moving so fast. You're able to do stuff with no huddle. You're doing jet motion. Is that makes all the sense in the world. These plays are pre-scripted. He already knows the plays, the sequence, what he's going to do. When he puts his game plan together, it's easy. He's got his top 20, 25 plays in order according to what's going to happen. Of course, you're going to break that if you want to go for it on 4th and 1 or something like that. But for the most part, he's going through a sequence of plays. Did you hear that? Let me see if I can find that again. I want you to hear that. Okay, so listen to him say it again right here. Listen very closely to what Tua says right here.
But yeah, and we try to see, all right, how much time do we have left of the period?
He's talking about the game clock. Not the play clock.
If we start out with 8 minutes, like how much time do we have left? 2 minutes and we finished our plays. Like that's good.
If 2 minutes, if they took those 6 minutes from 8 to 2 and finished our plays, that's telling me that these plays are scripted. I've never heard him say that before. I've never heard any reporter say that. But are these plays scripted?
You have a right-handed touchdown pass either in the NFL or Bama that you recall?
So not only did he have 2 touchdowns throwing with his left hand, Tua has basically set a record that will probably never be broken. He threw 2 touchdowns with his left hand and he threw 2 touchdowns with his right hand. And I don't think he even knew.
I don't think so.
I don't think he even knew. He's like, well, I don't think so. Did I throw 2 touchdowns today with my right hand? Because the shovel pass is considered a pass, meaning a throw. It's not a handoff to Devon Achane. It's an actual pass. So that's pretty interesting. Interesting that Tua even looked at it and went, no, I don't think so.
Pretty clean today, had 0 rushes. Was there an effort to stay away from the run for you and avoiding any hits?
Another stupid question. Another really stupid question by someone in the press. Hey, you look pretty clean today. Your uniform didn't get dirty. Was there a conscious decision not to run? Dude, it's 70 to 20. It was 45 to 20. It's 35. Why the hell am I running? You see these 2 guys behind me? Devon Achane and Raheem Mostert, who ran for 350 yards. Why the hell would I be running? Sometimes these guys just crack me up. It's like they don't know football whatsoever.
I would say with what we had installed this week with our plays. I mean, our plays allow me to be able to find the open read quick and distribute the ball. You know, it throws off the timing of the rushers, and it also helps our guys up front. But like that's just also a tremendous effort from our guys up front. You know.
Oh, he's going to say it. Here he comes.
Being sacked really only once in 3 games. And everyone's been saying, we need this on our O-line. We need that on our O-line. We need better this. We need better that. Like, that's just a big middle finger to everyone that's been saying that from our O-line. So, you know, I think they've done a tremendous job. And Mike has helped with that. But you can't discredit the work that they've put in this offseason.
So I'll be the first one to admit I had a problem with the offensive line. I know a lot of us had a problem with the offensive line. Chris Greer laughed at us and said, I think we're good. I think we're pretty good.
You know, I think you guys are probably more worried than we are.
He laughed at us. He absolutely laughed at us. I think you guys are more worried about it than we are. Dude, convicted. I understand this plan and what you guys are doing and the scheme Mike McDaniel has come up with. It's as I've done before. This is just beautiful.
You mentioned the no-look shovel pass before, but had you done that before in a game? And
I've never done it before in a game. I've done no-look passes in a game, though. Mm-hmm.
Where did that come from? It looked like a basketball play.
That's just the play that they put in, and when I did it in practice, everyone thought it was like, oh, that was super cool, especially with the helmet cam. You can watch it again, and then they're like, you got to do that in the game. You got to do that in the game. Yeah.
And he did. He did it not once, but he did it 2 times, showing people that he could execute Mike McDaniel's offense to a T. To a T. Wow. Tua Tagovailoa. Yeah, he could execute that to a T, and it went off flawlessly. Hats off to Tua for doing that. Hats off for Mike McDaniel for installing that. And thank you. Even though the stream broke last night, I wanted to show this to you guys last night, but I couldn't get through it. But thanks for watching today. Talk to you soon. Fins up.
Is anybody catching on to this Barry guy?